Good. Hello again. In the most recent videos, two of them that I shared with you, we were looking at how to integrate movement in and through the pelvic bones and the organs of the pelvic halves and legs in such a way as to keep a real harmonious relationship between joints in the pelvis. So in other words, it protects the sacroiliac joint from dysfunction, and it also, these integrating points also create fluidity of movement in the hip joints that also protect us from that wearing away that is so common in the hip joints. All right, so what I want to do in this is integrate the two approaches. So the last one we did was about the organ and the marrow organization, and the first one was about the structure of the bones. So here, what I want to look at is that these different body systems, bone and organ, have different consciousness. So when we think of them in yoga and we're embodying, i.e., going directly to these tissues and finding their awareness, their consciousness, their organization, when we're embodying that, we're doing yoga because we're learning about the layers of manifest form that we are. And in this method that we're all exploring together about how to embody the body, in this method, there's a profound self-acceptance that is one of the underlying C's that makes this possible. Without self-acceptance, we are always in some argument and saying, no, I'm going to get better soon. Okay, if I do it this way, is this right? Right? No, it's not right. It's not wrong. The question is, what is your experience? Are you willing to keep following these different cues and inner sensings and feelings in through their structural feelings, into their thoughts that are arising, into their emotional feelings, back up and through into the air, the space, the light, and the whoa, awareness actually manifesting through this whole form. So that's our journey. And again, I want to repeat, it involves deep acceptance of your human form and deep acceptance of your imperfection. You will always be a little broken, right? We are not going to get that much better. So don't waste your time. Pay attention, see what's actually manifesting here, now, with you, with me, all together, and let's talk about it. Let's get together whenever and talk about it. Write in the comments here, whatever. Talk to me. So, bone, the pelvic bones. Bones are drier. They're very particulate. They relate to earth. I'm just here. I don't have a lot of feelings about it. I'm here. And then organ, oh boy, organ and marrow is richly, darkly human and undulating and self-preserving, all of that kind of stuff. So we've got in the pelvis two very particular ways. There are more, but these are two of the particular ways to organize our movement so that we're healthy, happy, relatively happy, healthy at least, vital, and using our practice to deepen our awareness. So, quickly, how do we do it? Well, let's say bone, for example. We take the consciousness of bone, clear, simple, it's not this hard stuff, it is mobile, but it's not deep, it's just the compact bone, and we ever so slightly take that consciousness and take that kind of movement, and we allow these bones to wrap around toward the pubic disc. Ooh, different consciousness. Discs are quite different from bone. They're awake, alive, and just looking for some stimulation. So you take those bones to the disc, and then the disc itself goes back to the coccyx. Oh, bone again, but enlivened by a lot of crazy wild life force there. So the coccyx, whew, down, all right? So there's this way that with our bones, our pelvic bones, we can simply stand, and it's a beautiful thing. Many times we practice, or you have practiced, Tadasana, for example, from the perspective of the bones, right? Okay, look, here comes the organ. We've got these deep, thick organs, of course, all the way through us. We have this way asymmetrical organ body, asymmetrical in the same kind of ways that we emotionally are asymmetrical. And these big, long, deep organs of the large intestine take up this inner space, not the bone. Bone wraps it, contains it, and this is these two channels that come down and integrate the joints seamlessly with their dark, flowing, human prana. So there's no separation, right? It's just and back up, right? So it's like lava-like in the body. We can do one, right? This is the organ and the marrow, and then we can do two, right? Or we can move in such a way that we use mostly the bone, and it too is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I don't know if you can see because I'm not standing, but my lower leg's going out to the side here. Yeah, you'll see it comes over there, right? Because there's this boop to rotation. All right, what do we do if we want them both? Well, we go for it. We say, okay, bone, clear. I feel my bones in the earth. I feel that compact bone. And up, oh, I can recede the pubic disc, and that does something quite interesting. And I can release the ischial tuberosities down from their compact bone. And then I can, if I want to turn a leg in, I can roll around the arc of that pelvic bone. It's peripheral in a way, and into the pubic disc, and I can recede the pubic disc and take the tail back. I'm going to do this leg from the side so you can maybe see a little bit more what happens. So I'm wrapping, this is bone, pubic disc is in the front. This bone is going to wrap around. I'm doing an internal rotation there. It wraps around, and I feel its mineral, I'm just present, quality, and then I take it to the pubic disc, and that's a little more awake. That's a little wild there. And I take the pubic disc back to the coccyx, bone of coccyx, yes. Coccyx is embedded with nervous system. It's got its own little gland back there. As soon as you go there, it's going to go, and it's kind of light, you know? All right, so from the bone. Now from the marrow. From the marrow and the organ, it comes way up in here, and it's got a thick, deep. And then this one way up in here, and it's got a thick, deep, right? So what if I want to be an amalgam as we grow together and as we learn more and more about these systems and their consciousness? What if I want to put together this clarity of bone and the integration of the organ? Got it. So coming back, the clarity of bone, wrap it and the integration of the organ. You get a little bit of what I'm talking about? So the other side, and you can take your finger into the pubic disc because that will help you understand where the articulation for the rotation of these legs has its hub. It's the keystone of the movement of the legs, one around the other, is right at the pubic disc. All right? So, pubis, both of them, bone and organ. What is the difference in the consciousness? Let's just stay here for just a few moments in what is, often called the goddess pose. What does that mean? To me, it means the willingness to embody the form. Right, so goddess, life force, and the rising up is happening, and the commitment of descending into earth with our, not just the bone, which is, yeah, I'm here, I got it, but the commitment. Layer upon layer, and we're only so far at bone, marrow, and a little bit of our organ system, right? So, share with me, write in the comments, ask me questions, say what it is you're doing. This is such an opportunity to learn and grow together, and I'm so grateful that you are joining with this process. So thank you. Gratitude to you.